All right, all right, all right. Hey, Colin, what did Joey Ramone say?
Joey Ramone said, "Hey ho, let's go."
Welcome, our legendary friends. We're so glad that you joined us for another fantastic episode of Legends and Losers. And hey, Colin, tell everybody who the guest is on our show today.
We have two very special guests today.
Very handsome guests.
Us.
Welcome to another episode. I think this is episode 3 of Trading Legendary Stories. As you know, on most episodes of Legends and Losers, we try to go that extra mile to deliver incredible value and have raw, real, authentic, open conversations about what it takes to build a legendary life and a legendary career and a legendary business. On this episode, we don't try to do any of that, do we?
No, none. Zero. Zip.
So this is about another hour of your life you'll never get back, where Colin and I try to outdo each other with funny stories from the interweb and make each other laugh, cry, or need to pee or something. All right, what's your first story, Colin? What do you got?
Okay, well, I'm striving for just a little more than funny.
Oh, you're gonna go
maybe a little bit
erudite on me?
maybe a little bit more interesting, helpful, scientific breakthrough oriented. How you like that?
Well, I got some scientific breakthroughs coming for you right in the face.
Because if you don't, I'm just gonna crush you with all my awesomeness. How do you like that?
All right, come on, Mr. Big
All
Talk.
right.
What's your opening salvo?
All right, my opener. It's a wind turbine that has no moving parts.
Well,
so
does it have a part?
Yeah, but
I mean, it must have a part.
Okay, so think about what's the challenge. What does when you think about like a traditional windmill or
As I often do, yes.
Okay, well, so there's like wind farms, right?
Yeah.
So a lot of birds get killed.
Yes, not good.
It's not good. So what they've done is they've come up with this vortex device, which is essentially a long, tall pole that flares out in a vortex shape, and as the wind passes through, it shakes this device, and the shaking of the device is what generates power.
So it's a vibration. It's a wind
turbine.
Yeah, but it captures wind energy just by vibrating.
Correct.
So it's a vibrating pole.
Easy.
I want
to
understand. You're saying
you're putting words in my mouth now.
No, I just want you to know that you're saying that
easy.
A vibrating pole is a breakthrough in capturing wind energy. I want to be clear. That's what we're saying.
It's a vortex.
What do you mean a vortex? Is it a pole?
It's a vortex.
Well, what the fuck's a vortex?
Well, it's shaped differently. It's shaped like it's narrow at the bottom and wider at the top.
So it's more like a baseball bat.
Correct.
But it shakes.
Correct. Because it's the way it's designed is that wind can pass through it, and it's captured on the inside.
Huh. Well, that sounds very cool. So it's a new category. What are they calling this new innovation?
They are calling this a wind turbine that has no moving parts. I don't know what it's actually called.
Yeah, that's shitty category design right there, because it just took us what felt like a long time to figure out what that thing was.
But it's pretty awesome. Yeah, see?
Yeah.
Do you see how it's clear? How it's clear?
Yeah, it just kind of waves in the wind.
Yeah, it waves in the wind.
Yeah, and who makes this new category of innovation that doesn't have a good category design yet?
Well, it's not an ad for it. It's just
there's got to be a company, or
let's see.
Is it the government of Sweden or something? Who is it? Somebody's got to be behind this.
I don't know. I'll have to get back to you on that one.
Okay. Well, then, as you're trying to figure out that, I will see you and raise you with the Burger King ad backfires as it tries to activate Google Home devices. Did you hear about this?
What?
Yeah. So the fast food chain was
What?
Are you reading this?
I'm reading the headline. I'm not sure I understand what how they're interconnected.
Yeah, so they have an advert. This is in the UK here, Colin. They have an advert for its signature sandwich. Has been sabotaged by Wikipedia users. So here's what they were going to do. They were going to try and integrate your TV to IoT. And they were saying they were trying to get, the ad was trying to get you to activate your Google Home device to Google what's a Whopper, I think is what they wanted you to
but
say.
it worked. It actually worked in real life for people who already had the device.
Yeah.
And then
okay, Google, what is the Whopper burger? That was the question. And then so people went in and hacked Wikipedia, and instead of saying how awesome the burger is, the Wikipedia entry all of a sudden said things like contains cyanide and is the worst hamburger product. So they tried to get cute.
No way.
And use these, home IoT talking devices as part of their ad campaign. And the nefarious marketers of the internet said their burger was full of cyanide. The marketers.
All right, well, I'll see your nefarious burger, and I'll up you a license plate flipper. So,
okay.
So have you ever imagined that you might be like a secret spy, and you might need to do a fast getaway and hide your license plate?
Maybe when I was 8, I imagined that, but I haven't imagined it lately.
But
although sometimes I do have to make a fast getaway.
Just saying. Just in case, right?
Putin could be watching.
So your dream has come true. Someone has actually made a license plate flipper so that when you press a button, your license plate
that's
comes out, shifts, throws the back one.
How is that a legal product?
It's not.
So if you can't see this on the interweb, Colin's showing me this thing. It looks almost like maybe an electronic card shuffler. It sort of shuffles. And so all of a sudden your back plate is not your back plate. Now you need one of these on the front and the back in some states, though, right?
Well, I think someone who is actually going to use this for nefarious purposes probably wouldn't have a plate on the front.
Wouldn't need a front plate?
No.
Okay.
Do you have a front plate on your car?
No, I don't.
Case in point, nefarious.
Yeah, it's because I'm nefarious. Now,
yeah, you got one of these on order, don't you?
Yeah, I gotta get one of those.
How cool is it though, right?
Yeah,
it's pretty cool.
We need one. We need one.
I mean, it should.
I wonder what the fine is for getting caught with that.
You would never get caught with it. Look how undercover that is.
Well, I know, but what if they? I don't know how they catch you, but
they would never.
All bad guys get caught,
Not if you have a license plate flipper.
So
you could rob.
You heard about?
You could rob banks. You could do all kinds of bad.
You got it all figured out. You have a whole new plan now. Don't you?
Yeah. New career, robbing banks. Hey,
douchebaggery got a lot easier.
When your license plate is missing, you'll know who stole it.
Yeah. So you heard about this giraffe that gave birth live on the interweb, right?
Wow. Yeah, I saw it already.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Are you gonna make me watch that again?
No, we don't need. Believe me, we don't need to watch it. But here's the interesting part: 1.2 million people watched it live on Animal Adventure Park's YouTube page.
Oh, I'm not surprised it wasn't even higher.
But you just think about where we are here on the internet. You and I can have our own radio TV show, and births of giraffes are watched live by 1.2 million people. Just sat there waiting for her to give birth.
Yeah, that's pretty. I mean, that's pretty awesome. A live birth from a giraffe. Who's?
When did you see one of those before?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Now everyone has.
Now everybody wants one.
Now everyone wants one.
Yeah. So okay, what else you got?
All right. I will see you, your giraffe audience, and I will raise you a ephemeral tattoo ink that automatically disappears after a year.
A what?
An ephemeral tattoo ink, like real tattoo ink that you use at a real tattoo parlor
Right.
with a real tattoo artist, and it's a real tattoo, but it disappears after a year.
Why the hell would you go through all the pain and suffering?
That's a fantastic question. That's what
There's
I
no
want to
pain
know.
and suffering?
No, it's all the
Oh,
same.
I thought you were going to tell me there was
No,
like,
no.
oh, and the guy
No, that's
gives,
what I want to
the guy
know. Why
gives-
would you do that
guy
and then have it
kisses
be
you on the
gone
arm.
after a year? You'd really got to be into that
No, because
kind of pain.
I, you know, for those of you who don't know, I have a few tattoos, and
you earned
yeah,
them,
hey,
right?
I have to suffer for years, Arr, something like that. I don't know, terrible pirate language.
Yeah, you want to keep it when you pay for it like that, don't you?
Fucking A, man. If you get a rib tattoo for 5 hours, then I don't want it to fall off after a year. That's ridiculous.
Yeah. So anyway, if you're into pain and you're into having new tattoos all the time, then
this is perfect.
Ephemeral tattoo ink for the win.
Okay, I will see your stupid tattoo ink.
Oh, hey.
And I will raise you. Physicists create negative mass. Now,
what?
Stay with me on the math here, Colin. This is from ScienceDaily.com.
All right.
Washington State University physicists have created a fluid with negative mass, which is exactly what it sounds like. Push it, and unlike every other physical object in the world we know, it doesn't accelerate in the direction it was pushed. It accelerates backwards. That is to say, towards you.
Yeah.
The phenomena is rarely created in laboratory conditions and can be used to explore some of the more challenging concepts of the cosmos. The cosmos, Colin, said Michael Forbes, a WSU assistant professor of physics and astronomy and an affiliate assistant professor at the University of Washington, whatever that means. The research appears today in the journal Physical Review Letters. I know you're an active subscriber there, Colin.
True story.
And it is featured as an editor's suggestion, just so we're clear. So hypothetically, matter can have negative mass in the sense that an electric charge can either be negative or positive. People rarely think in these terms, and our everyday world sees only the positive aspects of Isaac Newton's second law of motion, in which a force is equal to the mass of an object times its acceleration, or F equals ma. Don't fuck with me on the fucking math here. Now, in other words, if you push an object, it will accelerate in the direction you're pushing it. Mass will accelerate in the direction of force. Quote, that's what's most of the things we're used to do, said Forbes, hinting at the bizarreness to come. With negative mass, if you push something, it accelerates toward you. Dun, 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 negative mass. Different than no mass.
Oh.
But the negative mass.
No mass. Well, I don't know. It's pretty incredible.
Yeah, I'm not even sure what that means.
Yeah, exploring the cosmos, though.
Yeah, and pushing backwards. Everybody's pushing back now. It's time to push back on your mass. Mass has had it its way for way too long.
How crazy would that be to push on something and have it pushed back?
I don't know. I'd like to go to like one of those exploratorium type places and like see something do that. All right, what else you got?
Me too. All right, well, I don't know. My this is pretty cool, but I don't know if it quite measures up to your negative mass.
Well, I got plenty of dumb things too.
All right. Well, this one's really interesting. This one's very useful.
Oh, okay.
All right. Especially for someone like you. Who loses his shit all the time. This is a loser product, a product for losers.
Hey, Colin.
Yeah.
You're good looking.
Yeah.
For a man your age.
Hey, so listen. You know how you lose stuff? Like, you always hide it. You're always accusing baby of hiding things.
Yes.
Okay.
She does. She gets up in the middle of the night and she hides my things.
I know she does. I know she does. Just as much as technology hates you. But this thing's called a tracker. And you put it on your keys. and you can put it in on a bag like a purse or a wallet or a gym bag or anything you want to keep track of, right?
Is this what's new about this though?
Okay, right. So the first thing you're going to think of is, well, this sounds just like the tile, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, well, that was what I thought.
But dun dun
dun dun dun
dun.
dun. So here's where it's awesome. Where it's awesomer than a tile is, it connects to your phone such that you pretty much can always you can always find one of them. You're gonna you can have your phone or you have your keys, but usually it's one or the other, but not both at the
So
same
they can
time,
both
right?
find each other, whichever
So
thing is missing can find
yes,
the other
so
things.
you can pick up your keys.
So it's a two-way thing.
Yes.
Oh, that's awesome.
So you pick up your keys, you press the button there, and your phone goes beep 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 beep, even if it's on silent.
And how many things can be in the system?
How many things can be in the system?
Well, is it just two peer-to-peer, or can I
no,
put a thing on my?
You can have things on all your things.
That's what I'm talking about. and
then here's where it gets even a little bit more awesome-er.
Yeah.
Is if you lose your item and it's somewhere in the world, if it's within 100 feet of another one of these things,
your buddy,
it'll register
your
with
friend,
it'll tell you where it's at.
Wait a minute. So I'm walking down the street. I have one of these things. I know where all my shit is. And somebody else's shit is in a bush 100 feet away. And it says, hey, some other guy whose shit you don't know anything about happens to be in this bush.
No, you don't get notified. They get notified because
they
it
get
connects to you.
That I just walked by.
Yeah, the little interweb.
But it doesn't make me go save their
You
thing.
Don't even know.
Oh.
You're an innocent participator.
Wow. I was cooperating.
You were very much cooperating.
You were just networking off my platform to get the geolocation
Bingo.
happening.
Bingo.
Wow. Oh, so what's this thing called?
This thing is called a tracker because it's awesomer than tile.
No way.
Yeah.
What do they call it? What's the category name?
Well, I made that part up, but category name?
Really?
No. Well, Christopher, you're going to be very disappointed.
What do they call it?
They call it the find lost items in seconds category.
What a bunch of morons! They don't even do category design. They just say, well, we're going to call it nothing, and let the world figure out what to call it. That's what they're doing. They're outsourcing their category design to the world.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Okay. Well, sell stock in that company then.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. What else do we got here? Oh, I got one here for you. Starbucks calls shifting color drink a unicorn frappuccino.
Oh, really?
So this is a new category of frappuccino here from our friends at Starbucks.
Now all of a sudden I want to go get one.
Oh God! See, they got a picture of it. See how pink and nasty it looks right here.
It
See
looks
that?
horrible.
It says Starbucks is, and this is abcnews.com. Real news here, folks. ABC News. Starbucks is calling a limited time beverage that changes colors and flavors with a stir-in drizzle, Colin, a unicorn frappuccino. The chain says the drink was inspired by the new trend of unicorn-themed food online. What does that even mean, unicorn-themed food online? Inspired by the trend. Did you know there was a trend of unicorn-themed food online?
I'm looking at it now.
What the fuck does that mean, unicorn-themed food online? I don't First of all, what is food online?
Rainbow unicorn party punch. 21 unicorn food ideas. Unicorn veggie dip. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, how to make you want to eat your vegetables? Put unicorn dip on it.
Yeah.
So there's a thing.
This is like Pinterest Central right here.
This is a thing. Unicorn themed food online. Anyway, this thing starts out purple with a sweet and fruity taste, and then it changes to pink and gets tart after it's stirred into the mix in a blue drizzle.
Sounds kind of good.
It sounds absolutely disgusting.
I would try it.
So, they also, by the way, just so you know, introduced a pink drink made with coconut milk and topped with strawberries. And the company said it would previously customize the drink that enjoyed fandom online. So there you have it, a unicorn frappuccino. All right, what do you got?
All right. This is really cool. So this is an earpiece. Pilot earpiece translates foreign languages for you in real time. Can you imagine standing in front of someone speaking Spanish and then you're hearing English in your ears?
Now we've been waiting for this.
That's James Bond.
That's James Bond. It makes the family trip to Europe a whole lot different.
The photo here is translating to Hindi. So then you can go anywhere and you can
or to India.
Yeah. And
wherever.
And how about this? How about you just have an extra pair in your bag, or an extra set, and then when you encounter someone, you give them the set.
No, that says it does that, or are you making that up?
Well, I'm just saying. No.
You're making that up.
What do you mean making it up? I'm just saying.
Does it do that now?
I'm just saying, if
You're
you
just saying one day,
if you had two, then whatever I say, you can understand in your language, and whatever you say, I can understand in my language. If only one of us has it, I have to speak your language. It doesn't mean like it doesn't matter if I understand what you're saying. If you can't understand what I'm saying, then we're only having a one-way conversation. You need two of these things. If you have one, you have none.
You're killing me. No, I thought the way you were saying it was, if I had one device and two sets of headphones, and you were talking Chinese and I was talking, let's say, English, that the one device could translate for both of us. I thought that's what you were saying.
No.
Okay. So the product translates one way for one person.
Yes.
Using your smartphone.
Yes.
And so both of us have to have these things. That's what you're saying.
Correct.
Well, I agree. But how much are these things?
There's no shopping button here.
Okay. Who makes them? Pilot earpiece. And what do they call these? What's the category name?
What's the category?
What do they say they are?
Nobody knows what their category is. Why do you ask me that question?
Yeah, but what at the beginning of the article it says this company introduces what? Pilot introduces
earpiece, translates foreign languages for you in real time.
Well, that's some great category design for you right there.
You know, the more we talk about this, the more I realize how painfully obvious it is that there is no category design so often.
Well, yeah, and if you don't give people a context to understand what your thing is, then they just make up whatever they want, right? So that's what happens. And in this case, I mean, I guess the problem is somewhat obvious, but still, even with an obvious problem, a powerful framing of a problem creates a new category. And so the problem is, how do I communicate with anybody in any language, anywhere? Well, ta-da, there's the answer. Look at this. I'm free category design on today on the show.
Yeah, for Waverly Labs. So it'll be priced at $299 in the spring of 2017.
And Waverly Labs makes them?
Waverly Labs.
Yeah. All right, I'll see you, Waverly Labs. Very awesome product with completely shitty category design. With a new category of entrepreneur on Snapchat.
Oh, really? Who's that?
Yeah. So this is, I'm going to read you the exact headline. This is from, how the hell do you say this website here? Vocative. Vocative. I think it's vocative. Like
I think it's vocative too.
I don't know. It's, when you're dyslexic and they F with the words. Anyway,
it's probably vocative.
So I think it's probably vocative. So the headline is, quote, "This woman charges $44 to let you follow her on Snapchat." You ready for this?
Does she do naughty things on Snapchat?
Well, I'm going to tell you. Allie Knox, a 32-year-old blonde from Texas, is staring directly at the camera and demanding the money. Quote, you will give all of your money to me, she says. You will give me everything. You will work harder to please me, to impress me.
Oh, she's a dominatrix.
Yeah, so get this. So she's a former, I don't know if she's a porn star or a stripper, but she's something like that.
She's a Snaptrix?
Well, no, I'm going to get you the category. It's right in there. She says what it is. The video clip is edited with a hypnotic spiral swirl over her face and thumping music in the background. Quote, you will buy less You will buy less for me, she instructs. You will spend more on me. Okay, I was like, well, you'll buy less for me. That didn't make sense. Okay. Then she says, this is just one of the several video clips for sale on the site iwantclips.com, in which Knox demands money and gifts. She likes gifts too. Her viewers have already paid a $9.99 fee to watch her videos. And yet many respond by sending her money, or tributes, as she calls them. Tributes.
What are the tributes?
Tributes is money. Send me a tribute.
Oh, okay.
It's called a euphemism. And here's the new category. She's a financial dominatrix, or a findom for short. And her fans get off on being pressured and belittled into giving her money.
Hey, that sounds like a great career.
Hey,
where do I sign up for that one? I just yell at you and you pay me money?
Yeah, so we're going to new format idea for Legends and Losers.
We're just going to get real angry.
We're going to get really angry and look right in the camera and yell at everybody. And we're going to say, we're not going to stop yelling at you until you send us money.
Hey, there's an audience for this, clearly. We just have to find them.
People pay $10 to watch your videos. You got to pay $44 to follow her on Snapchat.
No way.
I'm telling you, man, you can't make this shit up.
Wow.
Yeah. Entrepreneurs. What do you got next?
Well, I see your snap tricks. And I raise you a people walker.
A people walker?
Yeah. Have I told you about this before?
Oh, I don't know, but tell me again.
Okay. So I actually know this guy.
You know him?
Yeah, he's a friend of mine. His name is Chuck McCarthy.
Do we need to have Chuck on the show?
We need to have Chuck on the show. So
he's the people walker?
He's the people walker. So this is last summer. I'm at a birthday party, and we walked down to the beach, and on the way back, we're just walking and talking, and Chuck's telling me what he's been up to, and he's like, I started this business walking people. And the thing is, like, Chuck's kind of a funny guy, right? He has a dry sense of humor. And so, like, I'm not sure if he's shitting me or not. And I'm like, are you for real? And he goes, yeah, no, really. I've been walking people. And I'm like, who do you walk? And he's like, well, sometimes there's women who don't feel safe walking in particular places. Or there's other people who just want a companion or some accountability, perhaps. He's put up signs all over Hollywood. Chuck is also an accomplished.
This is something that works in Hollywood, right? So
for sure.
This is the kind of, and I don't mean any disrespect. It's Chuck.
Chuck.
I mean no disrespect to Chuck, because I'm all for new innovation in categories.
Did you see Chuck? You want to see Chuck?
Yeah,
that's Chuck
with the giant beard and everything.
Yeah.
Oh, he looks awesome.
Yeah.
So this is the kind of category opportunity that shows up when people have to invent problems. This is when I remember during the .com era, when there was a magazine called the Industry Standard that was like bigger than the phone book for a while. And I'll never forget getting a copy of the Industry Standard, and the headline issue of that copy was sudden wealth syndrome. That there were these shrinks that had set up business in Silicon Valley because so many people were getting so rich so fast. There was a new medical condition called sudden wealth syndrome, and they didn't know what the meaning of life is. And so that's how you know, like, we've run out of problems, when there's practices around sudden wealth syndrome, and when there's a human walker who needs to take people for walks to hold them accountable. Is that
it's not really just the accountability. There's a lot of there's companionship.
Okay, that I could see, but couldn't you just?
There's also cheap therapy. Cheap therapy. Chuck, you talk to Chuck for an hour. $7 a mile. Talk to Chuck for like.
Okay, so it's better
$30 bucks. And you talk
drinking,
to Chuck,
I guess,
and you get some exercise, and you get to talk to Chuck. Chuck's a very entertaining guy. Like, you want to talk to Chuck. Let me tell you. So look, here's the thing. Wait, hey, no, we're not done.
Okay, well, I got way more.
The thing, I know you do. I got more too. Here's the thing. Chuck has gone viral.
Oh, why is there's videos of Chuck walking with Chuck?
Oh yeah, Chuck's famous all over the world. Look. When you Google the People Walker, look at
Google
this.
the People Walker.
Look,
Okay.
the Guardian, People.com, ABC7.com, DailyDot.com, This Morpheus, LA Curbed, Circa. Okay, Circa when he Lonely Planet. Look, Lonely Planet. He's listed in Lonely Planet.
Well, why? You'll have to explain to me why that's so funny.
Because the Lonely Planet's a tourist book that's very famous.
Yeah, but
so
there
he is. Look at him.
Tourists.
That's hysterical. Are you kidding me? Look at him.
Tourists are. Where does he live? Where is Chuck? If
Chuck's in L.A.
You got to go to L.A. if you want to walk with Chuck.
Yeah,
right. You said that only in L.A.
Yeah, and so, but he's famous. Look, here's his initial People Walker ad with him. And
does he have does he promise that he'd had a background check?
No background checks, but he looks like a pretty legit kind of guy.
Well,
doesn't
he's got a little bit of a Unabomber meets Captain Hook kind of beard thing going.
Yeah, and also like the captain from Gilligan's Island with a beard almost there with that hat.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, like the Filet-O-Fish kind of a character.
Yeah. So anyway, if you want to get walked in LA,
how much you got to ask?
How much? $7 a mile.
$7 a mile.
Yeah.
So how long does it take to walk a mile?
Oh, I don't know, like 10 minutes.
Yeah, I'm gonna guess. It's probably right for the average person. How long to walk a mile? 15 minutes. So he makes $7 in 15 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
That's not that much.
No, but he's famous.
Oh, well, good, because that's what I've. All right. Well, hey, I hope Chuck's really happy.
No, Chuck's actually building a People Walker network.
Attaboy.
Yeah.
All right. Speaking of people walkers, this is on the BBC.com. The man who catches marathon cheats from his home.
He catches marathon cheats?
Yeah.
The man who catches
marathon cheats. People who cheat in marathons.
Hold on. No, let me hold on. Is he a man who catches a marathon and he cheats, or does he catch marathon cheats?
He catches the people who are cheating in marathons.
Are you sure?
I'm positive. I've done my homework.
All right.
So let me tell you this story.
All right. From his home, no less.
Host. Yeah, from his host.
From his host.
And he might even be sitting on his couch. Okay, so
he's out and about, isn't he?
He's out and about and running, and he's got to catch him in the house. Okay, so for months, a runner named Cindy posted motivational photographs on Instagram and Facebook chronicling the miles she put in to prepare for the New York Marathon. When the big day came, she posted about the gear, the energy gels, and the coconut water that would sustain her through the 26.2 miles. Cindy ran the race of her life, finishing the New York Marathon in just 3 hours and 17 minutes and 29 seconds. A lot faster than her pace in previous marathon finishes, which each took a little over 2 hours. Half marathon, which each took a little over 2 hours. Quote, ran my heart out today and left everything on the course. All the training paid off and qualified for the Boston Marathon. She posted on Instagram along with her post-race selfie and a photo with the finisher's medal. Dun, dun, dun. But Cindy's incredible marathon time just seemed a little too incredible for a man sitting at home at his computer 640 miles away.
No way.
Derek Murphy, a former marathoner.
Is this a picture of Derek right there?
This is Derek right here.
A Perrick?
That's Perrick. Periscope up, Derek.
He looks very smug, like he's very happy that he's catching these cheaters.
Look in this. He's got this bubble graph behind him, very complex.
All he has to do is look at the outliers.
Very data science.
Yeah.
So Derek Murphy, a former marathoner and business analyst who lives outside Cincinnati, has made a name for himself exposing marathon cheats on his blog, marathon investigation.
Is he a marathon runner himself, I wonder? Or is
I think he's a former one.
Okay. He's got to be
And
really into it.
so he says when Murphy heard about Cindy's speedy personal record, he started scrolling through the New York City race photos, looking for evidence that she had honestly run her improbable fast race.
No
He didn't
way.
find any photos of the petite brunette running the course. However, he did find a photo of a tall, athletically built man running with Cindy's bib pinned to his shirt. After Murphy sent the photos and Cindy's former half marathon times, the New York Marathon organizers published a story on his blog, Cindy was disqualified. She is one of about 30 runners identified by Murphy who sought entry into the 2017 Boston Marathon using fabricated times. One of 30. This is this guy's hobby.
Wow. He just gets off on doing that?
I guess so.
On busting people?
I guess.
So it was it was to qualify?
Yeah, she wanted to qualify for Boston by
And
running
and
New
she
York
had someone
half.
else run for her.
Correct. And it tricked it knocked his algorithm over.
It's like having someone else take your SATs.
It's exactly what it is. So there you go. That's one guy's hobby.
Wow.
Just for fun.
Well.
All right. What else you got?
I got something really, 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 really cool. So a UK company is creating an edible water blob.
I heard about this.
You did?
Yeah. Did you send this to me?
No, but I'm not.
It's an edible blob.
It's an edible blob, BLOB.
And you eat it like you drink, instead of drinking water, you'd eat some of these blobs.
Well, I believe that when the blob, the point is they're hoping to eradicate plastic, right, or at least reduce plastic, considerably. So it's made of like a seaweed sort of membrane, so that when you put it in your mouth, you can break it, but then when it breaks, it's water.
Disintegrates,
yeah, and then just you swallow the water. Yeah. How cool is that? Did you see it?
No, I haven't seen it.
Would you like to see it? Should we show everyone? Here. I think I'm gonna get my camera.
We'll put it in the show notes.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
The water blob, and who's the company behind the water blob? Do we know? No. We gotta figure out who these companies are here.
Here, look. Did you see this?
Yeah, it's so green. It's an alternative to plastic. Created by Skipping Rocks Lab. Their goal is to create waste-free packaging. The blobs look really cool and stop 1 billion plastic bottles reaching the ocean every year. Yeah, it's heartbreaking. The capsule is made from a seaweed extract, which is actually cheaper than plastic. Wow. It has no natural taste. But creators say flavors can be added.
It's neat, huh?
Yeah. They are crowdfunding on crowdcube.com. Is that what that was?
Yeah.
Trying to raise 400,000 pounds. There you go. I wonder if they raised the money. They're selling the blobs in London. You know what's going to happen?
What?
They're going to fill these blobs with tequila and they're going to sell them like Jello blob shots.
Oh, there you go.
No, seriously, that's what's going to happen. And they'll have like a blob and they'll put a Red Bull vodka blob. No, that's what's going to happen. You saw those kids eating them on the street. They're going to eat them like Jello shots. Yeah. All right. You hear this one? This is on the BBC.com. Boy learns to drive on YouTube for McDonald's joyride. An 8-year-old boy in Ohio safely drove his little sister to McDonald's after learning to drive from YouTube, local news reports. Ohio's Morning Journal said police received calls from residents about a child driving through town.
No way.
Staff at the restaurant thought they were victims of a prank when the underage pair stopped at the drive-through window. The boy obeyed all traffic lights and laws. He didn't hit a single thing on the way there. It was unreal, police officer Jacob Kohler from the village of East Palestine said. The child told police he'd been learning to drive by watching YouTube videos. The boy drove 1.5 miles, covering 4 intersections, railway tracks, and several turns. Mr. Kohler told a Cleveland news outlet Fox 8. The parents were asleep at home when the siblings decided to take the vehicle. The 2 children got cheeseburgers, chicken nuggets, while they waited to be picked up by a family. No charges were filed. The interweb is unbelievable. When you're 8 years old, you can learn how to drive and take your sister to McDonald's.
That's great. Well, that's where I would go if I was 8 years old learning how to drive. Straight to McDonald's. So you ready for this one? This is my final my knockout punch, my final share, my super share. This is what I was saying yesterday I was going to crush you with. This is so incredible. So this is a robo dragonfly. It's a tiny backpack that turns an insect into a cyborg. They literally outfit a real live dragonfly with a little pack, and the pack allows them to control where the dragonfly goes.
So they hijack the dragonfly's body?
Yeah.
They take control of the dragonfly?
This project known as Dragonfly with
good name.
with an capital EYE at the end.
Oh, that makes all the difference.
Uses optogenetics, a technique that employs light to transmit signals to neurons. And researchers have genetically modified dragonfly neurons to make them more light sensitive and thereby easier to control through measured light pulses.
So we're taking over dragonflies.
We're hijacking dragonflies.
That's gotta suck for the dragonfly.
Yeah. Well, you know.
Well, yeah. Okay.
It's like imagine if you the aliens just took over and hijacked you, and you're just walking around like a zombie, right?
It sounds terrible.
Terrible.
It's not
the zombie apocalypse
for dragonflies.
For dragonflies, exactly. That's what's going on.
To what end are they doing this, though? Like what research goal or whatever?
They can they're very they can dart, hover, and turn on a dime with exceptional precision. So
yeah, but why are they doing this to them? Like just to prove that they can?
Well, they'll probably turn them into little battlefield devices.
This sounds terrible. All right, I got an engineering one that's more fun than that.
Some days these tools could be used to advance medical treatments in humans, resulting in more effective therapies with fewer side effects.
Sounds nefarious to me.
Me too.
All right, I got a fun one for you. 2018 Dodge Challenger SRT Demon. You ready for this?
It's time!
It's got 840 horses. It does 0 to 60 in 2.3 seconds. Yeah, and it hits the quarter mile in 9.65 at more than 140 miles. It's the Demon, and it has arrived. Oh, and it's all going to sell for, I think they're saying it's going to be under $100,000. And here's the funniest thing. In this article, so I'm reading this off Road and Track, they're quoting one of the senior ding-dongs. Here, who are they talking to? This
senior ding-dong.
This is a guy from Dodge, Tim Kuniskis. I don't know. I'm going to kill his last name. And so they have this other car called the Hellcat, right? So this is in the same line as all that, right?
Yeah,
he says, Demon isn't an incremental change to an existing vehicle, Kuniskis says. It would have been easy to take a Hellcat and make it faster, but we didn't want to do that. No. We didn't want to do that with a car that's 700 horses. Yeah, the Hellcat 702 horses, if I'm not mistaken. No, we just didn't want to take one of those and make it faster so that we could get to 840 horses. No, we reimagined the whole thing. Yeah. So there you have it. It's the greatest time in history for the American muscle car, and the companies keep upping themselves. And we now have the Challenger SRT Demon 840 horses. I think you should get the red one. I'll get the black one.
I want them both. You already have one.
Well, I don't have one of these.
I know, but you have wolf balls.
Yeah, I do have Wolfie, and she's a growler.
And if you have one, you have none. So
That's
I'm gonna get both of those.
All right. Do you have any others? Or are you really tapping out? I got a whole bunch more.
Tapping out. Yeah, no, that was 8. That was what I was striving for. I thought we were gonna do 8 on 8.
Okay. Well, I maybe I was an overachiever here. I got another couple. We just have to get in. You ready for this one? Yeah. California residents use paint phallic symbols to draw attention to unfixed potholes. This is in Placerville in the Sierras. This is on foxnews.com. This is a real story. Someone in Placerville is using spray paint and some phallic symbols to draw attention to some potholes on Wood Ridge Court. I guess that's the name of the street. Neighbors say the potholes along the street have gone unrepaired for a long time, but the graffiti just recently happened. And here's the quote. Are you ready?
Yeah.
This is from Virginia. Back, I think is how you say her last name. Quote, the potholes has been here for a long time, but the penis, that was just put there last night.
Do you have a picture of this?
They don't show the penis. They just show the other paintings, the other paintings, the non penis ones.
Okay, well, that reminds me of something I saw earlier that I thought was very funny. That's about potholes in Oregon.
Okay,
so
potholes.
You know what they do with the potholes in Oregon?
I don't know. This sounds like
they grow pot in the potholes in Oregon. There's pot plants growing in the middle of the street in the potholes.
Where is that?
Oregon.
Where in Oregon?
This is in
it's in Pothead, Oregon.
Potholes in Oregon.
Google potholes in Oregon and take a look at the photos here.
I think someone photoshopped that.
Pretty funny. Photoshopped or not. There might be. Are we spreading fake news?
I think so, man.
Okay, here I got one for you. This is a great one. This is. I put this one in here for our dear friend Matt Hansen, the proprietor of Tahoe Truckee Homes, where you get your homes in Tahoe and Truckee area. Matt's a big Pink Floyd fan. Here's the headline: SF Gate. Researchers name loud shrimp after Pink Floyd.
Okay.
Yeah, a newly discovered species of shrimp that uses a bright pink claw to create a sound loud enough to kill small fish. The sound is so loud from the claw, doesn't even have to whack you with the claw.
The claw.
The sound is so loud. You with me?
It's the claw.
That fish can die. Only a lot
That's got to be really loud.
So the shrimp
underwater? No less.
I'm just reading you the news here, Colin.
Right?
The shrimp found on Panama's Pacific coast has been dubbed Snagafala Pink Floydii.
Yes.
Pink Floydii. In the peer-reviewed journal Zootaka, Oxford University Museum of Natural History researcher Sammy DeGrave, or DeGrave maybe, is one of the researchers credited with discovering the creature. He says the description of the shrimp was quote, the perfect opportunity to finally give a nod to my favorite band. According to Oxford, pistol or snapping shrimps close their enlarged claws, Colin. They're enlarged claws. In rapid speed to create an imploding bubble. The result is a sound so loud it can kill or stun a fish. And so now we have the Pink Floyd shrimp.
Can you imagine if you had like killing powers, just clapping? I'm gonna clap you to death.
Yeah.
and you're dead.
Yeah.
Wow.
They could go to a rock concert and make it feel like the crowd was a lot bigger, I guess. There's many of them. Okay. I got one.